What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a really casual but fun little Q&A video. I wanted to do kind of like a juicy Q&A. I try to do one of these like every few months, catch up with you guys, also answer some questions that you guys might have that you just want to ask, or some advice things. And to switch it up a little bit, I've done this before once on my channel with the Q&A, but I figured let's have like a little wine Q&A, a little tipsy Q&A. I mean, I'm completely sober right now, but I do have a bottle prepared for this video. I'm pretty sure I can still get this video monetized even if I'm drinking, as long as, you know, I don't talk about any too crazy of topics, which is pretty lame. YouTube, the last one of these that I did for Valentine's Day of this year got demonetized after like a month or two. YouTube is limiting us a little bit, but we're still gonna try and make it as juicy and as interesting and helpful as I can. I am looking forward to this video. It's been a long day. I'm ready to unwind. I'm ready to relax with you guys and just have a really casual chat. So I have the head snapper. Look at this woman on the front. She is absolutely killing it with whatever she's doing there. 6:44, so it's prime time to do a pop, a Prosecco pop. This is a Italian Prosecco with bubbling aromas of honeydew melons and nectarines. Flavors of citrus dance through its delicate finish. If you've got a drink, if you got some water, whatever you're sipping on, or you know, just an imaginary drink, pour it up with me right now, all right? Cheers to you guys. It's pretty good, yep. I enjoy that. Okay guys, I haven't even looked through these questions, but I screenshotted every single one that I could see on my story before they expired. And I'm just gonna answer random ones, all right? My friend Skylar says, what are you currently looking forward to most? In general, I love you. Well, I love you back, King. I hope I see you at another show or event soon. And what I'm looking forward to most is actually happening tomorrow, and that is my entire family coming to Idaho for the first time. I mean, my fam has been here, but like we haven't all been together here, and my whole family is coming. We're going to Sun Valley. We're staying in a cabin for 8 days, and there will be a vlog, so look out for that. But that's honestly, I've been looking forward to this trip for so long because it's been planned for almost like a year, I think, at this point. So it's just been something that I've been looking forward to all year, and it's gonna be so freaking fun. Oh, I can't wait. So look out for that vlog. Megan and Finley are coming, Sean's coming, which is so exciting, my brother, my parents, the dogs, like it's happening. Guys, I hate that I have to limit this right now because I'm seeing questions right here about things that I really want to answer that I would maybe have answered in a past sex Q&A, but honestly, I can't even answer these questions because I will get demonetized, and I don't have a sponsor for this video. And I really can only make that content if I do have a sponsor. How to convince a friend that their ex really is toxic and help them move on. I feel like you probably can't convince your friend of that, and you can't convince your friend to leave this person or move on. They have to do it in their own time. Obviously, you can be there for them. You can tell them that they deserve so much more. You can, you know, make it known to them that you do not support their relationship and you don't support this person treating them how they treat them, or whatever the situation may be. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, that is just going to be up to that person to decide, and they probably aren't going to do what you want them to do a lot of the time. And I think that's kind of something that's hard to accept, but also just knowing that like all you can do really is be there to support your friend. If she does decide to eventually leave this person, I mean, what can you really do as a friend? Things that you can do are just to remind her the type of person that she deserves. You can remind her how amazing she is and how things are just going to go up from here. That's what I would do, honestly, accepting that I can't control the situation and that it is up to, you know, that those people and that relationship, what's going to happen there. Okay, I got this one actually twice in a row, which is kind of funny, and it is, do you ever plan on attending Burning Man? I will go to Burning Man at least once in my life. I know I will, but I haven't come across the perfect, not the perfect, but like I haven't exactly made it happen yet. And I know that it will happen when it is supposed to be and with the right group and the right year. It could be in the next couple years. It could be in 10 years when I decide to go. I hope it doesn't look like there's a plant coming out of my hat this whole video. I'm gonna just, I know it's not completely centered, but I'm gonna move over a little bit. But I have wanted to go to Burning Man the past like 4 years, and I just haven't tried to actually make it happen. You know, it is definitely a big production, a big thing to make happen, but I know that I at least have to experience it once, and I also know that I think if I go once, I'm probably gonna end up going more times, because almost everybody that does go like goes back almost every year. So I'm, you know, I'm not necessarily waiting for the perfect year, but I will be going when I actually get my shit together and figure out a group and transportation and all of the things you need to attend Burning Man, which is a lot more than just a normal festival. Well, what happened to the app you created a few years back? Okay, so honestly, that was a project that I was excited about for a little bit, but it wasn't my original idea to do it. And I was working with a manager and somebody else at the time at my old YouTube network that had moved to this company that was like creating the influencer apps, and they kind of like brought me on board. And in the beginning I was like, I don't know, I don't really want to like create an app because everybody's done an app and it's not something new and exciting. But then I started thinking about it a little more, and I was like, well, you know what, why don't I just look at it from the standpoint of like, it's something that I'm going to try. I'm going to try it out. If I like it, I'll go with it. If I don't like it, I don't have to go with it. It's just something that I'm gonna try out. So it was called Live Happy, and that was probably in 2017, like maybe 2.5 years ago. Honestly, I just didn't really like it that much. Like, I didn't feel like it was something that was my idea from the beginning, and I didn't have as much control over it as I would have liked. And it was something that, like I said, I wanted to try it and see how I felt about it, but I really was not that into it. I also didn't feel like it was that much different content from what I could post on social media already. Like, I could post stuff on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter that was like not that much different than the app, so why do I need to have a separate app? So anyway, I know that's old news, it's not exactly tea, but yeah, there's tons of things like that. There's like a website that I created so long ago, back in like 2013 as well, that I also just like didn't continue with, and that was something that I was kind of like, that was like kind of a failure for me, because I really wanted it to be a really big thing, and I felt like it was, but then it never was what I actually fully 100% saw in my head. I guess probably because I didn't have 100% like creative control. So both of those things were things that I tried but didn't really stick with, which is, honestly, I've done a lot of those things in my career, in my life, things that I've like said I was gonna do and then I don't stick with it. I think I am better at that now and not like making those false promises, but it always is also okay in your job, career, life to try something that you don't know if you're gonna like or not. So I feel obviously, you know, okay about that I gave things a shot, and if they didn't, you know, work out as I expected them to, then, you know, I don't have to continue with it. So I literally did the app for like a month or two and then was like, I don't feel passionate about this right now. I don't want to do something that I'm not 100% passionate about, so kind of left it behind. How much money do you spend on keeping up your gorgeous hair color? Actually, not that much. This is like, I don't know, something that I've realized about maybe moving to Boise, or maybe I just get like a good freaking price now at the queen that I go to that does my blonde. But back in Georgia, my hair was like $300 or $400 every time I would get it dyed, and I think those times I would usually get a cut too, so that has like cut included. But holy crap, I used to pay like 3 times the amount back in the day for my hair than I pay now. Now when I go get my hair done, I think it's like $110 for just color, and then I leave a tip obviously. But if I do a cut, I think that's just like an extra 40 or 50 or something like that. But you asked about the color, it's seriously only $110. I will leave the Instagram of my colorist right here if any of you guys live in Boise. She does get booked up a lot, so you might have to, you know, hit her up and book in advance. I don't know if it's just like living in Boise or that, because it's a nice salon. So I just get like a good price, I feel like, and I'm not being like ripped off. Like, how to end things with a person you are hooking up with but aren't dating. Well, I mean, I feel like that's actually gonna probably be easier than breaking up with someone that you're actually dating. I mean, I feel like if you and this person have good communication and you are, you know, able to talk to each other and you're natural and feel comfortable around each other, then you just gotta like sit down and have that conversation of like, hey, I know we've been doing this for a while and I think you're awesome, but like I personally for myself need to move on from this, or whatever you want to say. Like, I guess just make it known that you just feel like you personally, whatever it is, need more from a relationship. I don't even know if that's the reason, but or maybe, you know, you're just focusing on something else. Like, you can really say anything that just has to do with like you wanting more for yourself, I guess, or just not feeling the same way as you did at the beginning about the situation. Hopefully they will understand, even if they don't in the moment react well. I think that eventually, if this person does like care about you and want the best from you, I think eventually they will see why you ended things. So definitely don't stay in anything that you're not feeling good about anymore just because it's become like routine or comfortable. Remember that you're making decisions for yourself, and this person, you know, doesn't need to be that involved in your decision-making process. What is your love language? I hope I'm not getting this wrong, because I don't think I've taken the quiz in like over 2 years, but I'm almost positive that either my top love language or my second top love language is acts of service. Words of affirmation I think is pretty up there too, but I'm pretty sure acts of service is my top one. I hope I'm not wrong. I should honestly take the quiz again. You seem to be yourself unapologetically. How? I've loved watching you for years. Growing up and coming more into myself and becoming a confident person and just like accepting myself for who I am and not like continuously striving for this like unattainable body or image or career or success level. I kind of think that more than me trying to give advice on this, which I feel like I'm trying to do but I'm struggling with what to say, I guess, is that it happens in your own time, and maybe some people it never happens, where, you know, you can just accept yourself fully and be really happy with just who you are. But I hope that everyone would at least maybe be able to come close to that at some point, or feel that at some point in their life. I've heard a lot of adults be like, I didn't get to that point where I didn't care what anyone else thought about me until I was like 40 or 50, and I definitely don't feel like I'm at the point where I don't care about what other people think or say about me. I get very offended by things, and I'm definitely very sensitive. I don't know if I answered this question good at all, but I hope I at least said maybe something of substance. Do you plan to have kids with how the environment is and society? Honestly, my opinion on having kids has not changed very much. If you guys have watched my videos in the past and heard me talk about this, I don't personally think I want to have kids at this stage in my life, but I also realize that I am in my 20s and that may change as I get older, get into my 30s, and I might, you know, be more bored and more inclined to have a child or two or whatever. So we'll just see what happens in the future. But I mean, I'm definitely going to be taking in what continues to happen in our world, and, you know, the impact that having another child will bring into the world, because there are so many people in the world already. But I wish I had a better answer to this question, but I guess I would say that I will be thinking about it. I think I already do think about it a lot. I recently quit drinking, and I have no idea how to have casual sex without being blackout. SOS. Love the honesty of this question. Well, seriously, congrats on you for quitting drinking. I mean, that sounds really difficult. I'm literally drinking wine right now, filming a YouTube video. So this one's for you, girl. I honestly really prefer a sober experience when it comes to doing the thing, and I think you should definitely try it. You can also experiment with, I don't know if you smoke or anything, you could experiment with CBD, you could experiment with being like a little bit high if you're feeling like just being dead sober is making it weird. I would just say to keep trying, and as it gets more natural for you to not drink, hopefully it will feel more natural for you to have intimacy in a way that doesn't have to be blackout. And I really support you, and I just think you should keep going with it, keep trying, try a couple things that I mentioned. You don't have to be drunk to do the thing, and it can be incredible if you are clear-headed. So just try to have a positive mindset. What are your thoughts on an open relationship? Well, honestly, I support any type of relationship that works for whoever is in it. What? Oh, he's telling me that it's his dinner time. We will eat as soon as the video is done, okay? But honestly, you guys, like, I support any type of relationship that works for the couple or whoever is involved. Label, no label, it does not matter. If you want to try an open relationship and your partner is willing to try that with you, go for it. I think a lot of times it can be really difficult when one person, you know, like, expresses that idea and the other person does not want that. So I think that's where it gets difficult. So I would say if you are thinking about trying an open relationship, or if you are open to that, making that clear as early as you can with the person that you are dating, or the person that you want to date, or you know, just like making that pretty clear, because that's something that is really important for the other person to know going into it. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole different topic if you're already in a relationship and you want to explore being open. I would say to check out some YouTubers like Shan Booty. She is amazing. I don't know if she's changed her channel name, but it was Shan Booty last time I checked. She has so many videos about this topic, and I love the way she talks about it. I can't really speak on this too much because I have not personally been in an open relationship, but I mean, I am not like also a person that's like, oh no, open relationships, that's crazy. Whatever works for you, do it, okay? But also you gotta have a lot of honesty and openness. That's why it's called an open relationship. And my battery light is flashing, so I'm gonna answer one more question, and the question is, advice for a dry spell. I think it's so normal, especially if you are single. It's gonna be totally normal to have a dry spell. So like, first of all, just take a deep breath, be like, this is so normal. Like whenever I'm with girlfriends, well, I swear one of them will bring up like, it's been this long since I've had sex, and like someone will like always bring that up. So I just feel like accept how normal it is, even for guys too, okay? Like this happens to everyone for the most part. Especially if you're young and you're single and you're doing you and you're focusing on your own life. But I would say advice, I guess if you're trying to like get out of it, I can't really see, I feel like you're trying to say like, I want to get out of it by asking me this question. So my advice would be honestly just like confidence. Confidence is like the best you can do, just going out there and being social and being confident, and not necessarily like hoping that that will be what happens, but just like accepting things for how they are, and just like feeling yourself and enjoying time to yourself, you know, making yourself feel good, talking with your friends about it, being open about it, because it's so freaking normal, getting advice from your girlfriends or whoever. And like I said, just like if you do want to go out and you are trying to break that dry spell, just going out and having confidence, but being safe and just being social. And I mean, it will happen when it's the right time, okay? So I know it's definitely easier said than done, but it's so freaking normal, and you are going to come out on the other side. Okay guys, this camera is seriously about to die, so I'm going to end this video a little bit abruptly. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to finish this glass, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video.